You running sound?
Maybe.
You're gonna leave this at 0. Okay?
Yeah.
We got one mic. It's not on yet. It'll be on soon. I'll turn it on. And then you just want to listen for her voice. Make sure that you're hearing it, that she's loud enough.
And it doesn't look like it's
Yes. Yeah, these are good mics.
Alright, buddy.
He might can hear us right now.
Hey, we're turning these fans off when we start, right?
Probably.
Okay.
Like the mic's picking us up. Just us talking. Yes.
Should we try the other mic? This one's been far.
Might as well.
I'll go grab the other mic.
Shit, bro, I gotta reset my fan.
Oh, this one has buzzer.
What's it?
Mr. Walter, if I can have you, when Lori gets to the podium, just hit that triangle button here. That'll move it to the next light cue because the remote control decided to quit working. I don't know if the internet went down.
This right here?
Yeah, that
Okay. When she gets to the podium?
Yeah. That way I can, since I'm first on stage, that way I don't have to run quite as far.
Okay, good morning. If I could have your attention, I'd like to welcome everybody to our 2023-24 school year extracurricular and athletic assembly. I did not need those lights, Mr. Rogers. We'd just like to thank you in advance for your cooperation. If you could watch the noise, we want to try to get through this as quick as possible. This is a new program for us where we're going to do the extracurricular activities first, and then we'll move on to the sports portion. So at this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Rogers, who's going to recognize the seniors from Theater Arts.
Good morning. The Theater Arts program had a very successful season this year with the production of The Wiz. Over 1,500 people attended the performance. We had over 50 students who spent countless hours getting ready for the 3 nights performance. Today we want to recognize the 7 seniors who were a part of the Theater Arts program and recognize their time and commitment to the stage. If they would come up on stage, Mrs. Miles will present them with the certificate. First we have Isabella and Audia. Who was involved in both The Wiz and in last year's production of Oliver. Our second person recognized is this year's dance captain, Maddie Burgess. Maddie was involved in all 5 shows during her time at the high school. Our third person to recognize is this year's lead as Dorothy, Ava Conti. We had several seniors who decided to come out their senior year and did a fantastic job for us. First, we'd like to recognize Ben Doherty. And then the Wiz himself, Wyatt Dean. Our next senior to recognize started on stage crew and decided her senior year to move to the acting side of the production, and that was Leanne Hunt. who spent time with our pit orchestra doing a fantastic job on bass, Adrian Creasy. If we could give these 7 seniors one more big round of applause. And all the students as well. Thank you very much. And I'd like to now introduce Mr. Boyer for the instrumental part.
This morning, I'm going to recognize our seniors in both the Smart Marching Band and the Jazz Ensemble. We want to thank the entire school body for supporting us on Friday nights at the football games and coming to many of our concerts over the school year. Seniors, when your name is called, please just stand to be recognized. Stay standing until we get through all the names. Sydney Alfaro. Skylar Anderson. Isabella Antonio, Maddie Burgess, Amy Kreisley, Ava Conti, Adrian Creasy, Wyatt Dean, Ben Doherty, Aiden Gargas, Leanne Hunt, Anna McCosby, Kendra Roberto, Harley Slippy, and Charlene Yoder. One more round of applause for all of our seniors in the marching band and jazz. Next we have Mrs. Kliggensmith.
Hi everyone. Today I'd like to take a moment to recognize the senior art student. So I know you're going to hate this, but stand up please when I call your name. Skylar Anderson. Isabella Antonio. Antoine Benincase, Amy Kreisley, Mackenzie Cunningham, Leanne Hunt, Emma Jones, Connor Coop, Dom Lorenza, Aaron Levine, Dave Rankin, Dylan Rossman, Harley Slippy, Charlene Yoder, and Devlin Yoder. Some of you spent your entire high school career in the art room, while for others, this year marked your first venture into high school art classes. Regardless of where you started, the talent in this room is undeniable. It's been an incredible journey teaching you all this year. You guys have truly made my first year at Laurel memorable and hilarious, and I'm so proud of everything that you've accomplished. You set the bar high for those who will follow in your footsteps next year. So let's hear it for our seniors. I do have one special award that I'd like to give out today. This award could have easily gone to any one of these senior artists, but this student not only stands out for their exceptional artistic abilities and commitment, but also for their outstanding leadership. Your passion and dedication have certainly left an impression throughout the school and most definitely in the art room. It is my privilege to present this award for Outstanding Artist and Leader to Harley Slippy.
year we had 7 students that were awarded the Pennsylvania FFA Keystone degree at the 2024 State Farm Show in January. This is the highest honor an FFA member can earn in the state of Pennsylvania. In order to receive this degree, they must maintain an accurate record book, successfully completed 3 years of agriculture education, have productively invested $1,000 or at least 300 hours into their supervised ag experience, and be an active member of the FFA chapter. So if the following students could please stand at their seat to be recognized: Skylar Anderson, Amy Chrisley, Garrett Eldridge, Caleb Miller, Alyssa Sherman, Harley Slippy, and Mariska Zayas. Congratulations. Each year, Laurel FFA members have the opportunity to compete in various public speaking competitions throughout the year. We are very proud of this group of students as they took on one of America's biggest fears, which is public speaking. They first compete in the local competition, then make their way to areas, and the top 3 there qualify for regionals. If Caleb Miller could please come forward. This year, Caleb made it through all of those levels, and at the regional competition, he placed 3rd, which qualifies him for a spot to compete in states this summer. So please come join me in congratulating him and wishing him the best of luck. I'm going to have Caleb stay here and ask the rest of the Envirothon team to please come forward. Cheyenne Holben, Matt Houck, Maylee Hill, and Henry Purdue. As a team, these 5 students earned the highest overall score at the county contest in the wildlife, aquatics, and forestry sections. They also placed 1st overall, which means they will represent Lawrence County at the Pennsylvania State Envirothon competition this week. Congratulations and best of luck. At this time, I will call Mrs. Ernst.
Good morning, and thank you to everyone for being here today to recognize the talents of our student body. I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize the outstanding student effort during this school year. The Spanish One food truck competition took place last week, and there were 3 categories of awards in each class: the best truck design, best food, and best overall presentation. Thank you first to my guest judges, Mrs. Kerr, Mrs. Heitz, and Mr. Wysocki for volunteering their time. Special thanks to Lucas Santini, who served as a student judge. Students, please stand at your seats to be recognized. Audience, please hold your applause until all students in each class are mentioned. First, in the Spanish 1 Period 2 class, the best truck design went to Pinguino Polly's Cupcakes and More, created by the group of Hunter Corman, Ailey Snyder, Peyton Milsick, and Ellery Mack. The best food went to Simplemente Sandwiches, created by Kylie Raperto, Peyton Kabalka, and Meredith Dougherty. Finally, the best overall presentation went to the Build Your Own Waffle Experience by Gofres Deliciosos, by the group of Jack Kondrasuk, Kaylee DeJaco, Addie Buswell, and Brooke Hudak. Please join me in congratulating them. In the Period 3 class, the best truck design went to Antojitos, created by Paige Boyer, Olivia Vitale, Callie-Ann Snyder, and Donna Imanjaco. The best tasting food went to Trio de Tacos by Georgia Christou, Erica Wagner, and Sydney Coons. The best presentation went to Boncibo with their fettuccine alfredo served in a fresh sourdough bowl by the group of Sydney Moser, Ava Gagliardi, Drew Show, Tyler Stewart, and Anthony Zaccardi. Congratulations, students. Finally, the afternoon class, the best truck design went to Smooth Groove Sliders and Smoothies by the group of Kelly Carabias and Gabrielle Gallagher. The best food was awarded to the same group with their tasty sliders. The best overall presentation was given to Espaldas Grandes Chicas, the Big Back Girls, Addie Changaway, Lexi Kroll, Kara Young, Alexis Bear, and Cambry Davis. Congratulations, Spanish 1. The second year class has also been hard at work participating in a clothes shopping experience. They helped put together a pop-up clothing boutique in our classroom and come to shop based on 4 different situations, requiring them to use their language skills to buy various clothing items. Students were offered a bonus point for using a term of endearment in Spanish for the husband and wife situation, and they've kept me well entertained with their dialogues. Congratulations to the Spanish 2 kids. I would also like to take a moment to recognize some independent study students for Spanish 1 and Spanish 2. This study requires students to take ownership and responsibility for their learning and to progress with minimal teacher supervision. Congratulations to Patrick Doherty and Alfredo Alvarez in their second year study, and Willie Young and Logan Petzel in their first year study. Finally, I would like to recognize the upperclassmen for their dedication and attention to their language study. Students, when I call your name, please stand to be recognized. In Spanish 3, Abigail Richards, Taylin Smith, William Disman, Haley Collins, Brooklyn Kennedy, and Callie Hamilla, and Independent Spanish 3, Martin Alvarez. Lastly this morning, thank you also to Atsiri Villanueva and Kyle Allison for their dedication and hard work this year in Spanish 4. You've both been a joy to teach. Thank you everyone for your attention this morning, and next up to the podium is Mr. Shevitz.
Good morning. I want to start with a little story here with the Conservation Club. It was a week or so ago, you guys had prom, and I was not in attendance for the Grand March, but friends of ours were texting my wife saying, oh, what's the Conservation Club doing? It seems like every other kid's fondest memory or most memorable moment is trout stalking. And I got back to school the next week, and I confirmed that with Mrs. Heights, who was announcing Grand March, and I got to thinking, what is it? I think the most part that I can attribute it to is you get rid of this, and you get out there with your peers, your friends, and you actually make memories, and they turn into stories, and you can actually tell them, and that's what a memory is. So it's either that or it's Addie Deal catching snakes. And then Addie Deal showing Mr. Burks the snakes, and then Mr. Burks locking himself in my truck because he's not fond of snakes. But I really appreciate what Mr. Burks has done the past couple of years, stepping up, helping, and I'd like Addie to come on up. She is this year's Bob Miles Conservation Award winner. This goes to the senior club member who best represents the characteristics of leadership, dedication, and enthusiasm in the advancement and preservation of the outdoors. And she showed that energy as club president, through all the cleanups, through all the trout stalkings, and a co-chairman of our Sportsman's Night Out, which was great to bring back this year. And she led the club in RBIs, which she wasn't fond of canoeing early on, but RBIs, rainbows bucketed in. She helped bucket most of the trout, rainbow trout. So here you go, Ed.
I got it. Okay. Good morning, everyone. All right, this year, the Laurel chapter of the National Honor Society is presenting 2 different scholarships. The first scholarship is presented on behalf of the American Red Cross and is based on the number of successful units of blood that we were able to collect during our 2 drives this year. We collected a total of 102 units this year, was a record high. So our recipients are selected as the 2 seniors who have the highest activity level in chapter across all of our various service projects and meetings. Each of these recipients will be receiving $375 from the American Red Cross. This year's recipients are, and please come to the stage when I call your name, Christopher Fandozzi, and Aiden Gardens. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, the second scholarship that we are presenting is a unique scholarship as the recipients are selected by the current members of the National Honor Society. The current members are tasked with selecting a senior member who best exemplifies the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society. Those are character, service, leadership, and scholarship. The proceeds from this year's carnation sale as well as the bundt cake sale fund these scholarships. Each recipient will receive a $150 check to be used for their further education. This year's awardees are, for the character, Mackenzie Main, so please come up to the stage. Service is Kendra Roberto. Leadership is Kayla Carlson. And scholarship is Samantha Record. Congratulations. Okay, and now I would like to introduce Chris Fandozzi back up to the podium.
Good morning. I am Chris Fandozzi and I will be speaking on behalf of the Student Council. As president this year, we continue to excel at our community and school involvement. This year, we supported Project Hope through the food drive with record-breaking efforts. Next, we moved on to Children's Hospital, where we supported the Free Care Fund by donating over $9,500. And at this time, would Ava Elliott and William Dismond please stand? These two were awarded the King and Queen of Care. Please give them a round of applause. This spring, Student Council has donated over $1,400 to the American Cancer Society between our daffodil sale and our Relay for Life that we attended. And then, as president, I would like to thank the administration for permitting all of our activities and fundraising efforts. Next, I would like to thank all the teachers and staff for all that they do. Let's give them all a round of applause. Finally, as president of Student Council, I'd like to call up the seniors who were selected by faculty to be Student of the Month. For October, we have Son Heilman. For November, we got Sydney Alfaro. For December, we got Samantha Pemberton Record. For January, we have Wyatt Dean. For February, we have Kendra Roberto. For March, we have Ben Doherty. For April, we have Kayla Carlson. And for May, we have Anna McCosby. Any day now, Anna. Congratulations to these students. You have made a great impact and impression on the teacher, student, and school, and for this, Student Council will award 2 students at random for a $100 scholarship. Congratulations to Sydney Alfaro and Kayla Carlson. I will now turn the program over to Mrs. Heights, who will now begin the athletic portion of today's assembly.
We will now begin the athletic portion of today's assembly. The first group we would like to recognize, and you can just stand in your seats and please hold your applause till we're done. For Mrs. Napoli, who couldn't be here today, I'd just like to introduce the 4 senior cheerleaders. Between all of these girls, I tried to figure it out. I think we have 30 to 40 years of cheerleading experience, so that's a lot of time to put in since they started probably in 3rd grade or even earlier. So our seniors leaving this year that have made a really big impact on our cheerleading program. If you could just stand at your seats, Madison Burgess, Mackenzie Main, Cameron McVeigh, and Ainsley Stewart. If we can have a big round of applause for all the years these girls have put in. Thank you. Now I'd like to turn the microphone over to Mr. Allman, who will recognize varsity football.
Good morning. Coach Cooper was unable to make it today. I'm Coach Allman, and I'll present the football team in his absence. I first wanted to wish good luck and congratulate the individuals still competing, baseball in their playoff game this afternoon, softball tomorrow afternoon, and those continuing on to the PIAA meet this upcoming weekend. I'd like to thank the administration, faculty, and staff for all the support, the band and cheerleaders for making our Friday night atmosphere the best in Western Pennsylvania, and last but certainly not least, the team for their hard work and play. Laurel football had another successful season this year, with junior high winning yet another Tri-County championship and the varsity team making another consecutive trip to postseason play. I'd now like to recognize the players awarded all conference honors. When I call your name, please stand at your seats and be recognized. If you could please hold all applause until everyone is announced. First team running back, Ben Hennon. I guess it wasn't applause, that's okay. First team offensive line and second team defensive line, Keegan O'Brien. Second team punter, offensive athlete and defensive lineman, Colton Carlson. Second team linebacker, Jack Miles. Second team defensive back, Jackson Sodders. Honorable mention, offensive lineman, Casey Wilson. Honorable mention, linebacker, Braden Smith. In addition, I'm here to recognize athletes who have broken school records. This year's a unique one, as most of our records go back all the way to 1972. Unfortunately, the quarterback sack was not one of those stats that has been collected. This athlete's special efforts versus Northgate this year, however, must be recognized. Would Colton Carlson please come up to the podium? Colton Carlson recorded 5 sacks versus Northgate, which, even though we were not keeping track of it, we're pretty sure that's a new record. We have a tradition of excellence here with the Laurel Sports. I'll now pass the microphone off to Mrs. Heights for volleyball.
First, I would like to recognize the 3 volleyball players this year who received all section honors. If you could stand at your seats, and then we'll give one round of applause at the end. Dakota Weldon, Tori Atkins, and Summer Haney all received volleyball all section honors. Give it up, everybody. Volleyball presents one award each year. Coach LaPrula couldn't be here today, but the award that he wanted me to present today is the Outstanding Spiker Award. And that award goes to Dakota Weldon. If you could come up. Now we would like to recognize cross country. Coach Lawhead also could not be here today, and we have a few awards to present. If you could come up on stage when I say your name. First, we have our Most improved female runner, Kelly Caravias. You can come up. Our most improved male runner, Logan Parsons. Our most valuable female runner, Valerie Hauser. And our most valuable male runner, Aiden Mack. If we could have one more round of applause for these excellent runners. And now I'd like to turn the podium over to Mr. Skurbitz for golf.
Good morning, everybody. For golf, we finished with 2 big wins over Riverside. Finished 6th place in the section. I'd like to say a big farewell and a thank you to my 4-year seniors, Ben and Dante. Good luck to both of you in all of your endeavors. We had one big, bright, shining star this year. Sophomore Eli Bintrim advanced to the Woodley Finals. And we're looking for great things in a state playoff appearance this year. We give out one award each year. It's for the golfer that has the lowest average in a match. This year, unquestionably, that award at 37.7 goes to Mr. Eli Bintrim. Come on up. All right, I'll turn the program back over to Mr. Locke, representing Mr. Heaney in girls basketball.
All right, for girls basketball, we got a couple awards to give out for Coach Heaney today. The first award is the foul shooting award, which goes to the highest percentage free throw shooter. And this year's winner is Morgan Barker, 68%. And then we have the Kathy Krill Award, which goes to the senior girl that represents the characteristics that Kathy represented when she was back in high school. The Kathy Krill Memorial Award winner is Kendra Roberto.
Congrats, girls.
And we'll keep going, boys basketball. We also have 2 awards for boys basketball. The first also is the free foul shooting award, which goes to the highest percentage free throw shooter. And this year for boys, it was Jaden Iorio, 90.5%. For the boys, we have the Tom Barnes Award, which usually goes to the senior basketball player that represents Tom's characteristics, enthusiasm, perseverance. However, with no seniors this year, we had to jump down a level. And this year's award goes to a junior, and this junior here had sat out as a sophomore with an injury and came back, was at practice every day pretty much as a sophomore, watching and waiting his turn to get back, and this year came back, and that is Jackson Saudos. All right, next we'll go on to the wrestling awards for Coach Carmichael. This year's most improved wrestler, Colton Carlson. most valuable wrestler for the boys' side, Casey Wilson. And most valuable wrestler on the girls' side, Alexa Brua. And now, congrats, guys. And now we will go with Coach Miles and Long for bocce.
This year marks the debut of the Laurel bocce team under the Unified Sports Program. We had a great first year. We finished the season 5-3 and received a spot in the playoffs. Unfortunately, our playoff run fell short, but we're looking forward to next year's success. I would like to introduce our players for the 2023-2024 season. Please stand at your seat when your name is announced. Senior and captain, Dylan Rossman. Captain, Natalie Rogers. Bethany Anderson. Natalie Rossman. Raymond Perry. Tony Nacera. Cadence Harkeye. William Disman. Our team manager, Angel Milbert. And the MC for all of our home games, Abby Richards. We have one award to give out, and it is for this year's most valuable player, which was the GOAT, Dylan Rossman. Dylan scored the winning point, which got us Congratulations, Dylan. I would like to now introduce Mr. Burks.
Good morning, everybody. First of all, congratulations to all of you award recipients. Secondly, congratulations to the girls softball team for moving on. You know, we're all rooting for you. I'm here to present the 2023-2024 batting champion. My players, if they knew better, I'd be giving you the bunting champion, but it is what it is. So, with an average of 478, Colton Carlson is this year's batting champion.
Okay, so now we are going to talk a little bit about softball. First of all, I want to wish the girls and the boys teams the best of luck, and also our track athletes, if we forget to do that later. For softball, if I could have Alexis Brua and Autumn Boyd just stand at their seats real quick. Coach Duddy had texted me yesterday, and he said he wanted these two to be announced because they have both been selected to play in the inaugural Senior All-Star Game. It's going to be played at Plum High School on June 18th. If we could give them a nice round of applause for that honor. Okay, we have two awards to give out for Coach Duddy, the batting champion and the home run champion. So if I could have Addison Deal come up on stage. So Addie's going to receive two awards today. The first is the batting champion, and I was told yesterday that her percentage is still going up, but it's 603. Did I say that right? That's her batting average, and also she is the home run champion this year with 6 home runs during the season. Congratulations, Abby. Okay, Mr. Allman is going to come up and present some track awards as I read them. There's quite a few track awards. If you could just come up on stage and line up until all the track people have been recognized, and then we'll give them one big round of applause together, okay? Because there's a lot of stuff here. First of all, school record set this year. We have a certificate for the school record for the shot put for Alexis Skywitz. If you could come up on stage, please. She set a record for the shot put. I'm not real sure it's on her certificate, but she beat Mrs. Downing. Miss Pauling, who's had that record for a long time. So congratulations. Also, school record this year, as well as a WPIL record, was set in the 400-meter run for Tori Atkins. There she is. So Tori, you can stay up here too. Okay, so we have our MVPs for the girls first. Our track MVP is Tori Atkins. Field MVP, Alexis Skywitz. And overall MVP, Tori Atkins. Okay, for track for the Rookie of the Year, Lexi Sherry, if you could come up. Our Field Rookie of the Year, Mari McKissick. And we have a Spartan Pride Award going to Valerie Hauser. Okay, each year we award trophies for all of the track athletes, boys and girls, that earn 100 points or better in a season. So we're going to announce those. At this time, we're going to present the trophies to Tori Atkins, Valerie Hauser, Maggie Alfera, if you could come up. Alexis Skywitz, Lexi Sherry, and Carrie Young, if you could please come up. Okay, these are our Girls Track Award winners. Congratulations. Okay, now we're going to move on to boys track. Our track MVP is Ben Hennon. Field MVP, Kevin Mahoney. And our overall MVP is Aiden Fuchs. Okay, this year's Boys Track Rookie of the Year goes to Caden Gnarly. And the Spartan Pride Award is Zach Both. He goes to VOTEC, but we'll make sure that he gets his trophy. Okay, our 100-point trophies this year go to Ben Hennon, Logan Parsons, Jackson Sodders, Jack Miles, Kevin Mahoney, Aiden Fuchs, and Tyrone Kunzelman. Congratulations, these are our boys track athletes.
Now we have some special awards today. First, the MAC Athletic Conference annually recognizes a male and female athlete from each school in the MAC Conference. These student athletes are being recognized for displaying excellence in their sport and also in the classroom and the community. Laurel's MAC student athletes were previously recognized at the MAC Conference banquet. Each will receive a plaque this morning. Laurel's MAC student athletes for 2023-24 school year are Michael Avery and Autumn Boyd. Likewise, the Tri-County Athletic Conference also recognizes student athletes from each school in the Tri-County. These students not only excel in the athletics, but also outstanding students in the classroom and members of the school community. This year's winner of the Tri-County Principals and Athletic Director Scholarship is Alexis Brua. And she's receiving a check for a scholarship and a plaque this morning. The Laurel Scholar Athlete Award plaque goes to the senior athlete that has earned 2 varsity letters this school year and has the highest GPA of all senior athletes. This year, the Laurel Athletic Department is proud to name senior Dante DeJoe as our 2024 Scholar Athlete. The last awards today are the 3-Sport Letterman's Club. This is the 23rd year for this award. It goes to any varsity athlete who letters in 3 or more varsity sports during the same school year. It shows a total commitment to their desire to compete at the varsity level. Each of those athletes who received this award were able to balance participation in at least 3 sports and also find time for academics. This year we have 14 athletes who have earned a 3-Sport Letterman's Club award. You guys can just line up here. Freshman, Alex Medved, football, wrestling, baseball. Freshman Ashton Maine, football, wrestling, baseball. Freshman Gigi Santini, cheerleading, basketball, and track. Sophomores, Colton Carlson, football, wrestling, baseball. Nathan Hill, football, wrestling, track. Maya Jarrett, football, basketball, track. JJ McBride, football, basketball, one champion. Jack Miles, football, wrestling, track. Luca Santini, football, basketball, baseball. And Casey Wilson, football, wrestling, track. And finally, for the juniors, we have 4 juniors today. Aiden Fuchs, cross country, basketball, track. Jackson Saunders, football, basketball, track. Tyler Shear, football, basketball, baseball. And Jamie Weisenstein, basketball, softball, track. And one last big round of applause for all the 3 sport athletes this season.
First, I'd like to thank you for your attention today. I know this assembly is long, it's a little bit warm in here, but I think it went very well. In conclusion, we'd like to wish the baseball and softball teams best of luck in their playoff games today and tomorrow, and we would also like to wish the state track qualifiers good luck. At this time, Mr. Leip's going to dismiss some of you. We need all the juniors to stay in the front of the middle section. They're going to have a presentation from Clark's. And I believe Mrs. Miles wants the middle school, 7th and 8th graders, to report to the cafeteria. You're going to have a meeting about your kickball tournament. So at this time, 7th and 8th grade, please go to the cafeteria